system. We do call it Optimal One, just in terms of a reference while we're talking right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so just say Optimal One SMS whenever you refer to it, so that because in the
Optimal
video it's harder to.
SMS.
Up to you whether you want to put Optimal One or Optimal One SMS,
Okay.
just so that it's easier to put context.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So just to begin, perhaps you can introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do here at KTJ. And,
Okay.
yeah.
And you can talk to Macy, you don't have to look at the camera.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So my name is Dr. Sumati. So I have been teaching here since 2002. 2002, I'm the head of biology, and I'm teaching biology for A-level, physics for O-level, and science, general science. Okay. So sort of all-rounder. Okay. Then what else?
Okay, I guess.
So 2002 is good because you actually have a lot of experience, previous system,
Yes, previous.
as well as current system,
Yes,
and
yes.
maybe the things in between as well. Okay,
Yeah.
so we definitely want to tap on that historical
Okay.
knowledge lah, I guess, right? Okay, thanks.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I guess so it's mostly about Optimal One. How have you found the system so far?
Initially, I had some problem because I was not quite familiar with it, and then it was like sometimes when I accidentally submitted without saving the information. Okay, now I'm quite familiar. Very convenient because usually when we have, because students are allocated under teachers, like especially form teachers, we have to look back who is the form teacher and find their pigeonhole, place the reports in. So this one automatically everything goes. All you have to do is just write the report and it all goes. Very convenient. And even other things to check the reports that we have written, don't have to carry around papers and pen. Anywhere you can access to the computer, you can just double check the teacher's information, timetable, students' information.
Did you teach at another school prior to KTJ?
I was lecturing in Tar College.
Okay.
So over there we don't have this report writing session.
So over there, how would you do you have any grading system at all, or just lectures?
Just lecture.
I see.
That's all.
So there's no assessments of any kind. But there must be
But
exams.
just exam and grades, we don't have to write reports.
Oh, just grades.
Just grades.
Right,
No
right.
reports.
A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
Right. I understand.
Okay. Since you've been here and have experienced the previous system of manual report writing and whatnot, and now have had the chance to experience Optimal One, what would you say are the differences, and how much time have you saved? How much? What are the benefits of having changed and now be on Optimal One?
So manually, when we are using papers and pen, if you make a mistake, you have to rewrite the whole thing. And so I think that's the disadvantage of using paper and pen. Any mistake, you rewrite the whole report. You have to rewrite. And whereas using Optimal One, it's basically cut and paste from Word, and you can easily amend the mistakes. That's one thing very convenient, and you can actually save the report. That means we can do it very much earlier, prior to the deadlines. And then you can just cut and paste and just modify. So you can also use the previous report, and then you just need to modify here and there, and that's it. You don't have to rewrite the whole report, especially for example, Form 6 you're writing for UCAS, you need about 700 characters and all. That's a lot. And if you're writing using paper and pen, it's going to be very tedious.
So you mentioned you are head of department for
Head of bio.
biology. Has this system changed that role at all? Helped that role at all?
Because I'm new, only this year I got this position. So change that role, yes, to look back at my colleagues' timetable and to locate where they are. I don't have to walk all the way. There's a place where the timetable is displayed, common room, where I don't have to walk all the way there.
So you do use the timetable
Yes.
and look up other teachers' timetables?
Look up at the teachers, and then to update the students under the subject sets, because students are allocated, like for example, if there are too sets, too many students, there are 2 sets, then to update the students' base and to double check, everything is easy. Whether the teacher has put in the grade
So you do manage the subject sets, okay, using the system.
Using the system.
Okay. So how much training do you think you needed for that? Was that fairly easy, or you needed a lot of
No,
training?
I missed the training session by you. There was once the head of department was not around, but each time I just go in, I just try, and then I just ask around here and there, and then finally managed to do it myself. It's like just playing around with Hotmail.
Exactly, right. That's what I think so
Yeah.
too. Don't have to be
Just
too
try,
afraid,
yeah,
lah,
just
right?
try
Just
here
try
and there, and then finally you get it done.
Wow, fantastic. So, would you say that anybody can use the system? Would you need a little bit of background knowledge or
Background knowledge.
with
Maybe
on
just simple
computers?
ones like Word. Access simple background knowledge.
So what kind of
Right click,
comments?
left click of mouse.
Oh, yeah.
How about other teachers? Have they given you any comments? Like you heard from the street, like how they're finding it?
Teachers, yeah, convenient.
Yeah.
I think everyone is finding it very convenient. Initially it was hard because we were new to the system. So after two terms, now everyone is convenient, and all they do is like, oh, where's my old report? And then they see them cut and paste and modify here and there.
So generally, teachers are using it successfully.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Biggest complaints
Complaints. I had
for the current type of system lah, seems okay or?
Yeah, seems
Okay.
okay.
Okay,
No
great.
problems.
I think for us that's really
Yeah.
heartening to hear lah, because we want to make sure we meet the objectives,
Mhm.
the main
But the
objectives.
only thing is, like the previous reports, is there a way to access?
There is.
If already sent to the.
I believe if you
website?
find if you look for the student, under the student will be all the reports. That one you have to check
Because
there.
just now one teacher was asking me if she,
Right.
like the past 2 terms and all that. the
Yeah,
reports.
it's definitely in there
Is
somewhere.
there?
So I believe it's
so
under the
that,
students.
okay, I haven't.
Yeah. So
I
try,
haven't
like let's say you
opened.
want to find a report from a student, click on a student, there should be a reports tab. It just depends whether you have access or not. I think that one, everyone should have access. Should be
All
lah.
the teachers,
Yeah, so check that out.
Okay.
Okay.
In terms of your experience in working with Maestro, how has it been? And maybe you can talk a little bit about that, either with the technical staff or whatnot.
Any encounters, with the Maestro support staff?
I haven't.
Okay,
I
okay,
haven't.
that's fine.
Okay.
What other?
I think that's really great lah to hear. I mean, there have been some
Yeah.
really interesting uses of the system which we didn't anticipate, and people are using it in new ways. For example, fasting month, someone wanted a listing of all Muslim students, and then they managed to
Oh,
create
yes.
it. Those kind of little things that people can now do that they may be harder to do before.
Yeah.
So hopefully you continue to use the system in that creative, ways, because certainly we want you to get as much benefit from it as possible.
But the easiest thing is, all you do is just write the report and you just submit.
Right.
You don't have to worry whether it goes to the right teacher or not. That's the best part.
I see. Actually, no one mentioned that before. No one mentioned the fact that you actually have to think about where to put the report.
Yes, it's true. It's like we have to sort out initially when it was paper and pen. So it's like, say if I have 15 students, so maybe there's three different registration form like that. So I have to look at there's a book to refer to, and then pile up all those reports, and then put in the respective teacher's pigeonhole, then the next one, and the next one.
I'm sure sometimes
And sometimes if
accidentally
there's a
wrong
mistake,
pigeonhole,
yeah, if there's a
right.
mistake, then any grammar or anything, then the teacher has to rewrite the whole report.
Okay, great. Now we know that enough. It wasn't easy to get there because very unique system at KTJ. We had to do a few rounds, but now that it seems to be stabilizing.
And you have to walk around hunting for the teacher because it's like you have to meet the deadline.
Right.
And if the teacher hasn't made the correction and
Right.
pass it back to you, especially the form teacher or the tutors,
And now,
it's
now,
difficult now. So you just send back the report and it's like it just come back to you.
right. And emails are also being sent now.
Yes, email. So, very, very convenient.
Okay, and we definitely look forward to improving some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, there will be more changes. Okay, so
Thank you
Miss,
so much.
that's good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you
Okay,
very
thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Do you have a few more classes to teach now?
Done finish.
Okay.
Finish for the day.
Okay.
Allow teachers to revert, the form teachers to revert early, but on the other, the form teacher won't have a clue or can never remember which he or she has checked, which he hasn't. So they actually, it looks as if it's easier for them, but it's, they're spending more time. Which